Next, the continuation, that is the electrochemistry, part 7 or 7th class. So, what are batteries? What are batteries? Question. So, what are batteries? The batteries have one or more cells. One or more cells connected in a series. Connected in a series. Connected in a series. The battery have one or more cell connected in a series is called what? Is called what? Batteries. So the batteries are the source of electrical energy. The source of what? Electrical energy. The batteries are the source of what? Electrical energy, and they are nothing but a galvanic cell. They are nothing but a galvanic cell. They works on the principle of what? The galvanic cell. The galvanic cell, you know that it converts chemical energy into what? Chemical energy into what? Electrical energy. Chemical energy into what? Electrical energy. So this is the batteries. What are batteries? The batteries have one or more cells connected in a series, and the batteries are the source of electrical energy, and it works on the principle of what? Electrochemical cell, and it converts what? Chemical energy into electrical energy. The two types of cells are there. One is primary cell. One is what? Primary cell. What is this primary cell? In a primary cell, once reaction takes place, only once the reaction takes place. Only once the reaction takes place. Only once the reaction is what? Takes place. So it is called what? Primary cell. The second is what here? Use over a period of time. Use over a period of what time, or using a long period of time, the battery becomes what? The battery becomes what? Dead. And not reused, or cannot be reused. So it is called what? Primary cell. What is the primary cell? One more question. The primary cell, where the reaction takes place, once the reaction takes place, use over a period of time or using a long period, the battery becomes what? Dead, and it cannot be reused. So it is called primary cell. The examples of primary cell is, the first one is a dry cell. The second one is what? Mercury cell. One is a dry cell, second one is what? Mercury cell. So these are the examples of what? Primary cell. The next is here, this is the primary cell is over. The next the first primary cell is over. Now the second is secondary cell. What is secondary cell? Okay, so it can be reused. It can be reused. Okay, so it can be reused, and it can be recharged. It can be rechargeable. It can be recharged by passing what? By passing what? Current. By passing current in opposite direction. Current in opposite direction. So this is the opposite direction. So what is this secondary cell? The secondary cell, so after use, it can be recharged by passing what? Current in opposite direction. And this secondary cell is also called, the secondary cell is also called storage cell. The secondary cell is also called, storage cell. So example for this secondary cell is lead storage battery. Lead storage battery or lead storage cell, and the second one is nothing but a nickel cadmium cell. Nickel cadmium cell. So these are the secondary cell. So here the two types of cells are there, primary cell and secondary cell. So the primary cell, once the reaction takes place, and it cannot be reused. But secondary cell is not like this. So it can be used, and after use, so it can be recharged by passing what? Current in the opposite opposite direction, so it is called secondary cell. The secondary cell is also called lead storage. The secondary cell is also called storage cell. The two examples of secondary cell are lead storage cell, and next is the nickel cadmium cell. Now I can discuss here. The next is what here the primary cell. In this primary cell, so the examples of the primary cells are mercury cell and also dry cell. So the first I can discuss what dry cell. The next I can discuss what dry cell. So what is this a dry cell? The very important question. What is this a dry cell? The dry cell is consist of a zinc container or zinc cup. So this is acts as an anode in the dry cell. So we can use what? Zinc container. So we can use what? The zinc container or zinc cup. So it is acts as a anode. And which is the cathode? The carbon rod. This is the what? The carbon rod which surrounds what? The carbon black. Oxides of what? MnO2. Oxides of MnO2 and the carbon black. So it acts as a cathode. Which is cathode? Carbon plus oxides of MnO2. So it is acts as a cathode. And which is the electrolyte? You know that always in the electrochemical cell it consists of two electrodes. One is anode, cathode, and we can use what? Electrolyte. Here we can use what? A paste moist of what? NH4Cl is acts as a electrolyte. What is this, anybody? Moist, the paste NH4Cl, so which is acts as a electrolyte. So now in the examination, explain the dry cell. The dry cell is a type of a primary cell. Once the reaction takes place, use over a period of time, the battery will be dead. But in case of the dry cell, so one, the zinc container which is acts as a anode. Next is the carbon rod which surrounds what? Oxides of manganese or MnO2 plus carbon black, so which is acts as a cathode. The electrolyte solution which is used here, the moist paste of what? NH4Cl is what? Electrolyte. When cell starts what? Working, so which is the anode? The zinc. Which is the anode? Zinc will process what? Electron. It gives what? Zn+2, and it dissolves and it transfers what? Electron. The first you have to write down what is the anodic reaction. Which is the anode? So which is the anode here? The first I can take here. What is the anode? The zinc solid zinc by loss of what? Electron. So it gives Zn+2 plus of what? Electron. So this is okay. So the next is what here? Next, which is the cathode? You know that which is cathode? The cathode is nothing but a MnO2. This is what? MnO2. So carbon black and MnO2 plus of what here? NH4 plus. NH4 plus is a electrolyte. NH4 plus is a electrolyte. Okay. This is the cathodic reaction. So this is 2 NH4 plus of 2 MnO2. By adding what? The 2 electron, so it gives 2 MnOOH plus of what? 2 NH3 plus of what? 2 NH3. So this is the anodic reaction, and next is the cathodic reaction. Once you know that what anodic reaction and the cathodic reaction, it is very used to write what? Overall cell reaction. What is this overall cell reaction? Overall cell reaction. What is the overall cell reaction? I can write. Which is the left hand side? Zinc solid. Okay, 2 electron is cancer. Next, which is left hand side? 2 NH4 plus. Which is the left hand side? 2 MnO2 oxides of what? Which is the right hand side? The right hand side is what, everybody? 2 MnO. This is what? OH plus of what? 2 NH3 plus of what? 2 NH3. So this is the overall cell reactions of what? overall cell reactions of what? Dry cell. In the examination, explain the construction and working of what? The dry cell. The first you have to write down which is the zinc container or the zinc cup is acts as a anode. So the carbon rod which surrounds what? MnO2, it acts as a cathode. The space between this anode and the cathode, the space between this anode and cathode is filled with what? Is filled with what? A moist paste of what? Ammonium chloride, which acts as a electrolyte. So first you have to write on anodic reaction, next you have to write on what? Cathodic reaction. Once anodic and the cathodic reactions are over, so we can write what? Overall cell reaction. So here, what is the? It produces how much voltage? It produces what? 1.5 volt, and it produces voltages of about 1.5 volt. So what are the uses of this dry cell? Where it is uses? It is used in what? Flashlight, and it is used in what? Calculator, and next it is also used in what? Flashlight, calculator. So even the what? The toys. So these are the examples where the dry cells are used. This is very important for annual examination point of view. Yes. So next is what? This is the left hand side is zinc and 2NH4 plus and 2MnO2. The right hand side is 2MnOOH plus 2NH3. One more we have left, that is what? That is nothing but a Zn plus 2. So this is the overall reaction. In the examination, the question sometime write only anodic and cathodic reaction. It is the 2 marks question or 3 marks question. Write anodic reaction, cathodic and overall cell reactions of the dry cell. You have to write down these 3: anode, cathode and overall cell reaction. The second is mercury cell. The first is dry cell, second is mercury cell. What is this mercury cell? What is this mercury cell? First, mercury cell is a low current device. It is a low current device. It is a low current device. In case of mercury cell, oxides of mercury, in case of what? Mercury cell, zinc amalgam. Amalgam means what? Mercury. Zinc amalgam is acts as anode. So oxides of mercury and carbon acts as cathode. This is the second point. The electrolyte is paste of what? KOH and zinc oxide. In the examination, suppose if you want to write in descriptive type, so mercury cell is a low current device, zinc amalgam is acts as an anode, the oxides of mercury and carbon is acts as a cathode, the electrolyte solution which is used is the paste of what? KOH and zinc oxide. Next is the anodic and cathodic reaction. First you have to write down anode. Yes, first is the anode. Which is the anode? Yes, zinc amalgam. This is what zinc amalgam. The zinc amalgam in the presence of what? Electrolyte. This is what? OH minus. So this is aqueous. So it gives what? Zinc oxide. It gives what? Zinc oxide plus of what? Water. Plus of what? Water. Plus of what? Water. Next it releases how many electrons? It releases what? 2 electrons. So this is a anodic reaction. The next I can go for cathodic. Which is the cathode? Oxides of mercury. Oxides of mercury is a cathode. So this is what? Solid. Plus of what? H2O. Plus of what? H2O. This is what? Liquid. The H2O means what? It is a liquid. Next is what you have to write down here. H2O is what? Liquid. The next it is liquid. Plus of what? 2 electron. So by this it gives what? It gives what? Hg liquid plus of what? Plus of what? Plus of what? 2OH minus. This is what? 2OH minus. So I can balance here 2A. So this is what This is what anodic reaction and cathodic reaction. This is the anodic reaction and cathodic reaction. Okay. So first once you know that anodic reaction and what? Cathodic reaction. So it is easy to write what? It is easy to write what? Overall reaction. So what is the overall reaction? What is this overall cell reaction? Overall cell reaction. Overall cell reaction. What is this overall cell reaction? You take left hand side. This is the left hand side. Zinc amalgam. Very good. Zinc amalgam. Which is the left hand side? mercury solid. Okay, this S2O2 electron, 2 S2 electrons are is common in both left and right side. You have to remove it. So the next is what? 2H and 2H will cancel. So finally we can get what? Finally we can get what? Zinc oxide. Finally we can what? Next is what? Liquid mercury plus of what? Plus of what? Zinc oxide. So this is the overall cell reaction. This is what everybody? Overall cell reaction. So in the examination, write a note on mercury cell. It is very simple. So it is a low current device. Zinc amalgam is acts as an anode. The oxides of mercury and carbon is acts as a cathode. The electrolyte is a paste of KHN, zinc oxide. This is the anodic reaction, the cathodic reaction. So finally we can get what? Overall cell reaction. So it produces voltage is of about how much? It is a low current device, means it produces what? Only 1.35 volt. Where it is used? Where it is used? It is used in what? Hearing aids. In case of what? Hearing aids and the watches. So these mercury cells are used. Where it is uses? In watches, and next is what? Hearing aids. Okay, so these are the uses of what? Mercury cell, and these are the two examples. Dry cell and mercury cell are the examples of what? Primary cell. Next is secondary cell. Next is secondary cell. So the secondary cell is also called storage cell. The first example is lead storage battery, or it is also called lead storage cell. So you know that most commonly where the lead storage battery is used, it is used in what? It is, you know, that inverter they are nothing but a lead storage cell or lead storage battery. So what is this lead storage battery? It consists of what? It consists of what? Consists of number of what? Number of what? Voltaic cells. It consists of what? Number of voltaic cells, and connected in what? Connected in what? Series. Connected in a series. Okay, connected in a series. What is the lead storage cell? Lead storage cell is consist of a large number of voltaic cells, and they are connected in what? Series. So generally 3 to 6 cells they combine to it produces what? Near to 6 to 12 volts. Okay, so in this lead storage battery, which is anode, very important, which is anode, a grid of what? A grid of what? Lead. A grid of what? Lead is packed with, a grid of what? Lead is packed with finely divided spongy lead. Finely divided spongy lead. So it is called, it acts as a anode. Which is cathode? Which is cathode? A grid of what? A grid of what? Lead. A grid of lead is packed with, a grid of lead is packed with what? Packed with what? Oxides of lead. Oxides of what? Lead, or lead oxide. Lead oxide, so it is nothing but a cathode. Which is the electrolyte used? Which is the electrolyte is used? Very, very important. The 38% solution of what? S2SO4. A 38% solution of what? S2SO4 is a electrolyte. For example, in the examination, write down or write a note on lead storage battery. First you have to write down. Lead storage battery is consist of a large number of what? Voltaic cells, and they are connected in a series. And the lead storage battery mainly contains what? A grid of what? Lead packed with finely divided spongy lead. Finely divided what? Spongy lead. It acts as an anode. And which is the cathode? A grid of lead is packed with what? Oxides of what? Oxides of lead. So it is called what? Cathode. And which is the electrolyte? 38% solution of what? S2SO4, which is acts as a electrolyte. Most commonly you know that. So we can use the inverter in the home. They are nothing but a lead storage cell. So very important thing is you have to write down anodic reaction and cathodic reaction. Which is the anode? Lead. This is what? Pb, solid. And it is dipped in water. A 38% solution of what? Sulfuric acid. So this is which sulfuric acid? It contains SO4 2 minus ion. So it gives what? PbSO4. This is nothing but a PbSO4. Okay, so this is what anybody PbSO4. Okay, so now you know that this is what PbSO4 and it is a solid plus of what anybody. So yes, okay, this is given PbSO4. Plus it releases how many electron? It releases how many electron? It releases how many electron? 2 electron. The next is which is the cathode? Very important. Which is the cathode? Which is the cathode here? Which is the cathode here? The cathode is oxides of lead. This is solid and it is dipped in what? Dipped in SO4 minus 2 plus of what? 4H plus. So it gives PbSO4. It gives anybody PbSO4. Okay, PbSO4 and next it gives how? It gives what? 2H2O. PbSO4 plus of what? 2H2O liquid. So this is what everybody. One is anodic reaction, one is what? Cathodic reaction. So what is the overall reaction? Very important. This is overall reaction. You see the previous question paper. I think 2018 or 19, right? Anodic, cathodic and overall cell reactions of what? Lead storage battery. In the previous examination the question is asked. So next what is the overall reaction? Okay, I can write systematically. What is this? Overall reaction. Overall reaction. So what is this overall reaction? I can write here. In the overall reaction, the left hand side is what? Pb solid. Next, which is the right hand? Next is what? PbO. This is solid. This is what? SO4, SO4. This is nothing but a 2S2SO4. 2S2SO4. Okay, this is liquid. 2S2SO4. The next is I can write here. Next is what? 2S2SO4. It gives rise to what? PbSO4 per PbSO4. 2PbSO4. 2PbSO4. This is solid plus of what? 2H2O liquid. So this is nothing but a anodic, cathodic and overall cell reaction. So this is the reaction when that takes place during what? Discharge of what? Battery. What is the charge of battery? Suppose if a current is off, now the charging takes place. What is the reaction? Reverse reaction. 2PbSO4. 2PbSO4 plus of what? 2S2O. It gives rise to what? It gives rise to Pb solid plus of what? PbO. This is what? Solid plus of what? 2H2SO4. So during the discharge of battery, during the discharge, H2SO4 is what? Consumes. So H2SO4 consumes. So this is the second test. In the examination, write a note on lead storage battery. So the lead storage batteries consist of a grid of lead is packed with what? Finely divided spongy lead is anode, and a grid of lead is packed with what? Oxides of lead or lead oxide is a cathode. The electrolyte which is used is 38% sulfuric acid. You write anodic reaction. Next you have to write down what? Cathodic reaction. So the next is the overall cell reaction. So this reaction which takes place during what? Discharge means when current is off. So this is the discharge. During this discharge, the H2SO4 is consumed. So because of this reason, so after every 6 months, so we can use what? Dilute H2SO4. So the next is what? That is during the charge. So it gives PbO, H2SO4. It is a reverse of what? Discharge reaction. So this is very important for examination point of view. Yes. Next is what's here? The second example of this secondary cell is nickel cadmium cell. Nickel cadmium cell. This is the second example. What is this nickel cadmium cell? Nickel cadmium cell is an example of what? Secondary cell, and it cannot be. Sorry, it can be recharged. This is the rechargeable, and it is more expansion. It is more expansion and longer life or durable than what? Then lead storage. Then what? Lead storage. So this is the nickel. Nickel cadmium cell is a storage cell, and it is more expansive and longer life or durable than what? Lead storage battery, and it is what? It is lighter, and it is lighter, and next it is what? Anybody? It is a smaller, and it is portable, or smaller. So here which is the anode? No doubt cadmium is a anode. Cadmium is a anode. Agreed of what? Agreed of what? Agreed of what? NiO2, nickel oxide. Agreed of what? NiO2 acts as what? Acts as cathode. Acts as cathode. This is the main point. Okay, this is okay. Next, no doubt, which is the electrolyte? Electrolyte, which is electrolyte is nothing but a electrolyte is what? KOH. KOH is electrolyte. In the examination, write a note on nickel cadmium cell. It is a secondary cell or it is a storage cell, and it is more expansive, longer life than what? Lead storage battery, and it is portable or smaller and lighter. So cadmium is acts as an anode. Agreed of what? Oxides of nickel is acts as a cathode. The electrolyte solution is what? KOH. And the next is the theory part is over. Now is the anodic and what? Cathodic reaction. Which is the anodic reaction? I can go for. Yes, anode. First is what? Anode. You know that. What is this? Cadmium. This is the solid cadmium. And which is the electrolyte? KOH. KOH means it gives OH minus. So now, so what happens here? This is the 2H. It gives what? It gives what? Cadmium oxide. It gives what? Cadmium oxide. This it gives oxides of what? Cadmium. And it gives it gives what? It gives water. It gives what? Water, and it releases what? Electron. The next is go for what? Cathode. You know that what is the cathode? Agreed of nickel oxide. Nickel oxide means you have to take Ni. So this is what? NiOH thrice. This is water is solid. Plus you have to add what? 2 electrons. So by this NiOH thrice solid plus of what? 2 electrons. So it gives rise to what? It gives rise to 2Ni. This is what? OH twice. 2NiOH twice. So plus of what? Plus of what? 2OH minus. This is what? The 2OH minus. So here 2 means you have to make it balance. 2NiOH3 solid plus 2 electron. So 2NiOH2 plus of what? 2OH minus. This is what? Aqueous. So now once you know that what anodic and what cathodic reaction. Once you know anodic and cathodic reaction, the very simple is overall cell reaction. Very simple is overall cell reaction. The very simple is overall cell reaction. What is this everybody? Solid cadmium, left hand side, no, 2Ni, OH thrice, this is solid, plus 2 electrons are common, 2H gets cancelled, means this is CDO, means next is what? 2Ni, this is what? OH2, so this is nothing but a overall cell reaction. What is this everybody? Overall cell reaction. What is this overall cell reaction? This is nothing but a, this is one more is what everybody? What we have left? We have left what? Water. So this is what? Anodic reaction. This is what? Cathodic reaction, and this is the overall reaction. So total types of cells are primary cell and secondary cell. Primary cell is we can't reuse, and next is what? Secondary cell. So we can use, and it is a rechargeable. And the primary cells, for using a long period of time, the battery will dead. So the primary cells are 2 types. One is dry cell and the second one is mercury cell. And the secondary cell examples are lead storage battery, and the second one is nickel cadmium cell. So these are the examples of what? Primary and what? Secondary cell. And the next is where this nickel cadmium cell is used. It is used in what? Cordless, portable and cordless appliances, mainly in the electronic appliances. So we can use what? Nickel cadmium cells. So these are very important for examination point of view.